You're watching Good Business San Diego.
Welcome back. The following is brought to you by Hyena Rehab. Now, if you're experiencing chronic pain or discomfort, especially after certain activities or when your body is in certain positions, our next guest may have some answers for you, even if you've been to doctors and chiropractors who didn't provide any lasting solutions. Hyena Rehab helps people conquer chronic pain and bridge the gap between rehab and performance. David and Austin Nguyen join us today to talk about the treatment that's available at Hyena Rehab. So thank you both for coming in. Appreciate it. David, I'll start with you. Just give me a little bit of an overview as to what Hyena Rehab's all about and how you're helping people.
Well, first of all, thanks for having us.
Sure.
Hyena Rehab is a one-on-one performance and physical therapy clinic. Our motto is to bridge the gap between rehab and performance, conquer chronic pain. Our subjective examination is thorough. We dive into a deep injury and surgical history. And then our objective examination consists of range of motion, manual muscle test, aka strength testing, posture and gait assessments, and palpation to basically paint a holistic picture to give you specific solutions for your specific problems.
Okay, so we're seeing some of your treatment happening here. And when you talk about holistic treatment, you're looking at that whole body and the whole body of experience that people have had through their lives. Like I told you, I had a problem in my 20s, which I'm still feeling, broken tailbone, right? And so this is what you're looking at, is the entire lifespan of somebody's problems.
Correct. Yeah, we don't like to just treat the site of symptoms. We like to address the entire kinetic chain, because often people have pain in their neck, for example, but it's often stemming from, let's say, a side bent lumbar spine, and then it's causing indirect side bend of their neck. Everything
is connected, and sometimes you just may not know what's going to cause the pain coming from a totally different area, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Austin, so tell us a little bit more about what makes Hyena a little bit different than some of the other rehab clinics that people might be aware of.
So big difference is definitely time and attention. That's usually two things you don't really get at most physical therapy clinics, because usually most traditional PT clinics have 2, 3, 4 patients at a time they're working with techs and aides, so you don't really get the time to really look at someone, assess them, and really treat them. Here at Hyena Rehab, we do it differently. You see a doctor of physical therapy the whole entire period. It's a one-on-one, 55-minute session, and we don't just look at one single part of the body. We pretty much take a holistic view and treat everything, because we know everything's kind of connected. And that way we get longer and lasting results, more than like short-term relief.
Sure.
Compared to other clinics.
It's a really concentrated, dedicated experience when you're working with a doctor of physical therapy who has more training, more experience to begin with, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so who typically are you working with? Are these elite athletes, David? Are these weekend warriors? Older guys like myself that are feeling these pains after all these years? Who's your clientele?
We treat active individuals and people with long-standing pain. Surfers, runners, golfers, like yourself, parents, people in their 60s and 70s trying to be more functional. If you've been to physical therapy, chiropractic, massage therapy, different forms of treatment with no relief, we'd love to help you out.
Okay, so Austin, give us an example of somebody that you have been working with and what you've been able to do to relieve their pain.
Yeah, so I mean, different patients, like we'll see, come with like different issues. For example, recently we saw someone who complained of knee pain. And so again, we don't just look at one area of the knee, so that's where she was having the symptoms. But what we found was that she had poor ankle strength and poor hip strength, which was leading to her having issues, like especially when she was running, doing a half marathon. And she's a elite runner. She's doing a half marathon in like an hour, 13 minutes, and I didn't realize that she had all these other issues. So as we deep dived into everything, we realized these are other areas that we have to address. So we worked on strengthening, getting more functional, and pretty much just getting her back to her goal, which was like mainly running. So that was a recent accomplishment that we've been working on with our patients.
David, about 30 seconds, a quick message for anybody that's watching that's feeling pain.
Yeah, so we have 2 clinics. We have a Los Angeles location as well as San Diego location. We're doing a risk-free initial evaluation special right now. People with pain, typically we don't like to wait until the pain manifests. We like to make sure that we catch it early on.
Get in there for that evaluation, right?
Yeah, we don't want you to get a total hip replacement in the future. We want you to make sure that your symptoms, just because they're dormant doesn't mean you don't have a problem. So we'd love to take
checked out.
a look at you ASAP.
All right, guys, come back again. We've got to leave it there. More information at hyenarehab.com. That's going to do it for Good Business San Diego. Content segments today paid for by Jackson House, by Gomez Trial Attorneys, by the Jim Buttrell Real Estate team, and by Hyena Rehab. Thanks for watching.
This has been Good Business San Diego, sponsored by Wilsey Asset Management.